Guys, if any of you hear it, just tell me. All right.
Yes, I'm the man.
All right. I don't need to say nothing more. I don't need to say nothing more. Well, as a Lataya joining, Lisa B, obviously it's from your side. Ben Pash, welcome as usual. So I can say, Akeem already recognized that he is the man. So Akeem, tell us what is Luscious.
All right.
Lush Entertainment. Because you have a big story, you know. So we just want to get this little piece out of the way first.
Okay. All right. So I am Lush. I am Lush. I'm a photographer. I'm a videographer at times.
Yeah.
I started out in the beginning of 2019. Right. And before that, I didn't have much plans. Photographer. I was at the University of Technology studying sports management.
You're a UTech man? Well, a second welcome then, man.
Yeah, man. Not to mention, I'm a former Calabar student. The best high school in Jamaica, as you would know, right?
But continue. I can't shoot it down here because we are shooting to the stars.
Oh, no.
I can't shoot it down.
We'll have to get that part out of the way, you know. We'll have to get that part out of the way. Let me repeat. I am a former Calabar High School student. The best high school.
I agree with you.
You agree with me?
Agree. Yeah, we went to the college, Kingston College, which is not a high school. So we're going to get past that.
Okay, all right. That's fair enough. I can work with that. All right. So, being an athlete was always the future for me.
Yeah.
And circumstances, it didn't work out. So, I was studying sports management at the University of Technology, which obviously I'm not doing right now. Minutes go by, days go by, weeks, years. I started to think more, I don't want to say selfish, but more independent.
Yeah.
On how to bring about my future as an individual. I'm a business person, right? The first thing I thought to myself was, what can I do in the future, starting now and beyond, that will not only benefit me financially, but it will also benefit me mentally, right? Because I always prefer doing stuff that I love, right? And whenever I'm doing something that I love, that's where everything just fall in place and it's more comfortable despite the workload and less complainable. At first, I wasn't thinking highly of the profit making. I was thinking highly of what I really would like to do in life that would make me feel good in myself and being independent as a good entrepreneur, a young one as well. Because I'm not really old enough, right? Yeah, I'm not 50 as yet. So
50 is still young.
Repeat that?
50 is still young.
50 is still young. Okay. Well, I'm not 50 as yet, and there are times when I feel kind of oldish, but that's for our next time.
Yeah.
So I started out in 2019 with a little cheap camera. I didn't know much about the job, honestly. I did not know much about the job. I just knew that I love the idea of photography And whenever I love something, as I said, it's always easier to gain and learn more, right? I didn't go to university to do photography. Big up you.
Hold on, you're self-taught?
Very much.
Well, you're right. You are self-taught because you're doing something that you love. As usual. As usual, we do have a little technical. Okay, it's coming back. All right, it's coming back. Welcome, Stacey. Well, I'm going to take a second and welcome some persons that are here. Stacey is one of your clients because I met you while I was at Stacey's business launch. So Stacey is one of your clients.
Big up Stacey. Big up Stacey. Totally.
Yes.
Listen, Stacey.
Yes.
There are a couple of my clients here too. There's also other photographer here. Big up Pandian Studio.
Well, big them up, big them up, big them up. All right, big them up. Well, what is interesting about Money Matters? We move to the money side of the business. You have the love for it. You're doing something that will benefit you in the future. You're doing something that you love and you did not start out looking for the profit, but what will make you happy. But your story is that at this time, a lot of photographers are reeling according to the newspaper article. They can't find food. They can't do anything because business mashed up. And you said to me, man, my business take off. No, Money Matters Instafam want to know how we take off, what to sustain it, and what they have going down the road. Because this story is normal. So you do that, camera, do that. What drive the business now?
All right. Photography can be separated in a lot of different stages. You have to start at one stage and you gradually grow up into a different stage until you reach where you think you are.
Yeah.
Where you want to be. So I started out doing mostly events, right? I also worked with other photography sites and so forth. It was profiting, but it wasn't profiting as much as how it is now. In the beginning of COVID, it literally dropped.
Yeah.
It literally dropped for probably the first 2.5, 3 months. What happened during that time is because there wasn't much happening at that time, it gave me space to actually gain a lot of knowledge that I didn't have before.
Oh.
Right? So the time that I started getting to learn a lot of stuff helped me to produce better work, especially where it comes on to photo shoots and so forth. So in other words, since COVID, I have been doing a lot of photo shoots, not a lot of events. And that probably is the difference right there. The events were profiting,
yes,
but it is not as profiting as doing the photo shoots.
So more video thing for the events.
Repeat that?
More video for the events, and now you're doing.
Not necessarily. It's just that the pricing for an event is different from the pricing for a photo shoot.
Oh.
Okay. And the work of editing images for an event is totally different from a photo shoot as well. Hence why a photo shoot would be more expensive than an event. Now, because of COVID, a lot of people couldn't keep parties and so forth, and so this decided that me can't keep a party, then I'm gonna just do a photo shoot. And you would be surprised the amount of people who actually thought of it that way. And since the middle, maybe like August of 2020, the workload of photo shoots were coming in so much, it was crazy, right? There were even cases where you have like 3 different work in one day.
What?
Yeah, man.
Hold on, man. Me can shoot you, you know. Me can shoot. We want to shoot to the stars like you, you know. Jamaica, welcome. But seriously, Akeem, on a serious note, you're saying that the workload, because of the shift, the pandemic, and you have upskilled yourself because you learn more. You are now profiting because the demand for your service is up. Guys, if any of you on this live looking for some more work, hook up Akeem when you finish. He cannot manage the amount of work that him have. And Money Matters is all about networking and bringing us closer together. You're here on hear it for yourself. The man said, since August, during the downtime, him upskill himself. So how many persons right now since COVID have upskilled themselves and ready for another task? I need a photo shoot. I already this. Yes, you will get your photo shoot, but I want to know. Well, Venice is one person since COVID that have upskilled herself. We know that. Akeem upskill himself. Guys, if you have been upskilling yourself, we need to know. Because if you're not, we're going to find a way to let you start upskilling yourself. All right. Forever, welcome. You know the name kind of too long, I can't pronounce that like right now because, as we said, Akeem is on fire right now. Yes, man, Romario, welcome. Akeem is on fire.
I'm trying to be where you are, you know. I'm trying to be where you are. I'm getting there. I'm eventually. Right? But let me tell you something. This is a very important part of all of this. Apart from the events, because don't get me wrong, you know, even now there are a couple of 1 and 2 events. Apart from the events and the photo shoots, we have to talk about corporates. Now we're talking about the big business, like big brands.
Yeah.
The big brands that keep maybe a meeting, a branded event. What the case may be that they are keeping, and the market where that is concerned is even better than where photo shoots are concerned.
Yeah.
So, in other words, if a photographer does more corporate events than photo shoots or entertainment events, he's definitely going to be a more profitable photographer than the other guys.
Okay. So are you getting some of the corporate work as well?
I do corporate as well.
Well,
so it's a mixture of the 3 different types of work doing photography right there.
Okay.
And it's 3 different profit making as well.
Okay. So one is the photo, one is the corporate events, and the other is the events, parties.
All right. So currently, I work with British Council, and British Council has a lot to do with students, school students, kids, and they are very busy. They're here and about, and they're always keeping events. And for each time there's an event relating to the British Council, I am usually the photographer that takes charge on those occasions. Now, it's very simple. I can do one corporate event and it's more profitable than doing 4 to 5 photo shoots. So if it's a case where I do 3, 4 corporate events for a month, it is way more profitable than any other thing I would end up doing during the times in that month. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
Right? So with the combination of all of those, in this time, in the ending of 2020 into 2021 right now, the profit is way beyond what it was before by a mile.
By a mile.
So by being patient, because one of the key things is being patient, because if I wasn't patient, probably would have put on the camera and gone go this long time. And the fact that I was not being little-minded put me in a position to make use of all of the opportunities that came my way. And it has a lot to do with personality as well.
It has a lot to do with the what? You have to repeat that piece from it, Akeem. It has a lot to do with...
Repeat that?
Yeah, it has a lot to do with what you said.
Your personality as well.
Oh, personality.
Right.
Good. Key that.
Doing things, how to communicate with clients, how to build the market, how to talk to people and so forth. It's all a combination of a lot of different things.
All right. You know what is interesting, Akeem? You look at the portfolio of businesses, right? And you just said, don't think too small. You said your most, a corporate job would be more profitable than 3 small jobs. So you have used the mentality of not thinking too small, and you get some corporate. They are not every day, but you get some corporate that you can mix in the portfolio. And once you do one of that, you already know that you're taking off your money as you go along. That is skill. Somebody wants to make sure that you do the first photo shoot for Know Your Money Matters. All right, I just signed that for you. I am not a corporate yet, but you have that contract. Jody Chin, that is done. Jody Chin going to pay for the photo shoot for Know Your Money Matters. So we're signing on that. Yeah.
Big up Chin Unique that has just joined the live.
Okay. So, no, go ahead, Akeem. We have 10 minutes, man. Go ahead. So what to say?
No, you're good.
All right. So what happened now, you know? You having it too easy, like there is no challenge. So we have a problem with that. Because the amount of persons who are telling me the amount of challenge.
No, man, there's...
Everybody would have... Eh? You hear me, Akeem?
What you said about challenge?
Because hear what? Everybody with a phone is taking them own pictures. Them doing them own this, them doing them own that, them shooting them own videos. But boy, because you're so focused, because you're doing the things where you love, it is so easy for you. So what the challenge we have faced then? Because all of my entrepreneurs them face one challenge, you know.
Okay, so you want me to talk about the challenges now?
No, man. We just want to know if there's any.
If there's any, in most situations, there's always challenges, and it's just how you overcome them and not allow them to really affect you that much.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of photographers.
Yes.
There's a lot of photographers, believe me. And it's a lot of options for people, right? So, the challenge, the way I would put it is, all right, sometimes you have to ask yourself the question. When you look into the challenges, you have to ask the question, how can you go about dealing with these situations for them to work in your favor? For instance,
True.
you know that you have a next 100 photographers that, whether in your eyes or someone else's eyes, they are just as good as you, or better than you, or some of them probably cheaper than you, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of people try to go cheaper.
Yes.
Right, because Jamaica, people are always try to carry down price, try to compare you with John and Tom Round, and
Yes.
it's annoying at times because a lot of people don't understand that if I am Lush, I am not that other photographer nor that other person. My work is my work, their work is their work. So my price is my price, and their price is their price. So a lot of people not look at it that way because they are the one who has to be spending the money. But I am just trying to give them what they want, and by giving them what they want, I have to go in my skills, right? And by going in my skills and doing my work, it charges. It comes with a price.
So they are paying you. They are paying you for your brand. That's what they are paying you for. So you know what? I am going to run the tune. I'm going to run the music again. I have to run it because you see the persons who join late or coming and going, they need to know why it was important. So those persons going to get a taste of why. No, we're not saying it now. They're going to know why now. Because we have to give it again. So Akeem, you establish yourself why you are the man. We now have to ask no more question. The man said you're paying for him brand because he know him a do, him upskill himself during COVID, him ready for the market, him ready for corporate, him ready for the shoot. But I mean, know. So you agree that there are challenges. I like the way you put it.
And again, it's like this. It's just going to get better. The further you go in life, the more better it's going to get. Right? There's always room for improvement. And you know, a next thing that I can speak on behalf of a lot of photographers. One other main challenge is how you price yourself to better yourself. Because other than learning the skills in front of the computer to deal with an image, you also have to have the equipment to deal with those as well. And I don't know how much a lot of people know about photo and the equipment.
No, equipment is one of the challenges.
It can be if you're not market yourself properly.
Okay.
Because those equipments are not cheap.
True. The tripod alone, the stand alone.
No man, the stand soft, man. The stand not really. The stand alone, that's nothing compared to when you look at the camera, at the flash, at the lens. You understand? Those are really pricey because when you look at somebody buy one good stand for $130,000, that I don't know compared to the camera that you probably buy the camera for $300,000.
What? So hold on them, Akeem. You're telling me that the startup for this type of business then, it's pretty significant. It might be.
Repeat that again.
Yeah, you're telling me that the startup to carry you to the professional level is probably at least 500,000.
All right. To reach to a specific level in photography,
Yeah.
that maybe some photographers are at right now. I'm not going to call any names, but if you're looking to reach to that level in terms of what they use getting there, you're looking at probably over $1 million Jamaican dollar easy.
Whoa. Boy. All right. Instafam, if you're on live tonight, oh guys, share this live because there's a lot of youngsters out there who want to do it as like a hobby, but to move from the hobby level to start to earn from it, you need some level of investment. Check me if you want the investment, but you have to show me the skills that you have, skills like Akeem. If you don't have skills like Akeem, you're going to learn the skill and come. We can talk about the investment because I had no idea this was the level of investment that is required. And come with the client list, come with a little plan, and then we'll fix it. We will talk about it and we'll work on it because I had no idea. So if you have your hobby out there, you want to monetize it like how Akeem has monetized it, seeing profits. So what about mentorship then? You don't offer mentorship to any young persons in the business? Because that's what we're doing now. We impart knowledge and all of those things. So I want to know.
There are a lot of cases where you have photographers that have been in the business even before me, or a couple that have been there after me that are still trying to learn, that will look up to you as a photographer for the work that you have done, and they will communicate and ask questions just to try to get better. And the moment they are showing the interest to try and getting better, there's no shortcut in trying to tell them what they need to do and where they are going and helping them in the situation, because you have to remember that you were at that stage at one point. There are a lot of photographers that I personally reached out to that did communicate and help, and some did not. You understand? So
hey,
Akeem,
I should be drawing for the tune where say, look at me now. That's what I should be drawing for now, but we're not going to draw another one because guess what? Alo Blacc say, you are the man, and you know you're the man, so we are keeping it at that. We're not drawing for the more tune tonight because trust me, you're supposed to say, look at me now. This is what strength, patience, good character building bring you to. But continue, man, because we want to know, you know, we really want to know, because the passion and the love has drive you Panzi studio and laugh. No man, a serious thing, man. If we have some young ones out there, because I do mentoring to finance students, right? You're going to be mentoring young photographers and stuff. You know, mechanic, take apprentice.
Is that right?
Go again, Akeem.
Is it that person that does wrote LOL, Funding Studios?
Yeah.
That's one of the person that when I just started to, I looked up to and asked questions and tried to learn a lot, and he helped in building me. And right now we're like partners in the business.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, we're like
beautiful.
Because what him helped me, and right now me help him. So we're like partners in the business, right? And if almost every photographer was like that, a lot would be even better right now. So sometimes the circle not really have a big, but you just need the right persons in your corner that can actually help and assist you. And
that is
in the
true.
meantime, based on the knowledge that you are gaining, you can also help and assist them.
That is true.
And then
that is true.
Yeah, now work as a team.
Hold on. I have to write this. Your circle don't have to be big.
you have the passion and the love for something, you know, the profit will come, you know. The profit will come. You don't necessarily have to run down the profit, but the profit will come the moment you push out the effort and the love for it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the profit will come.
Why?
I believe it can get even better. Yeah, man, it can get even better. When it does get better, it's just a different stage. But the stages will always be climbing and climbing.
Okay. So Akeem, the biggest expense in the business. You say camera can cost 300,000 for good lens. Is there any other expense that is as big as that? Or because those younger persons who want to take up this profession, right? I want for them to understand costing. We talk about the money side. I need them to understand you're going to make a 200,000 over there to do a corporate event, but it might cost you $150,000 to get the event done, but you still make $50,000. It's a fact, right? So is there another expense as big in the thing outside of cameras?
Okay. Other than the camera, remember it's a combination of things that work together.
Yeah.
You have some photographers out there where the lens and the camera is more expensive than the camera. The lens and the camera is more expensive than the camera itself. A matter of fact, the light that you might see them put up in a umbrella thing, that might be even more expensive than the camera.
Oh, okay. So lighting.
Yeah, man, lighting can also be very much expensive. So really and truly, the more professional you want to be, the more you want to go about making great profits, is the more you're going to end up spending, right? So as I said before earlier, you might come with a $1 million budget. Say you want to get all the expensive equipments and all sort of stuff, just because you want to make sure that when you're starting out as a professional, but not as a rookie, right? Because when I started out, I started with a $500 camera, you know, US.
Oh,
a 500 US
okay.
camera.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Because I told myself that, listen, man, I'm not going to spend a bag of money and I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. But I need to start at a stage where, if anything, I can build on it.
Yes.
So I started out with a $500 camera. And as I said, after a year, I realized that, listen, man, this can really be a big thing. Really, really be a big thing. So while I was at the university finishing up, I was doing the photography at the same time. And as I said, having a great personality gets you clients. It gets people in your corner to assist you and for you to profit from. And that was one of the things why I do a lot of corporates, because not only that the pictures are nice, I as a person, right? So you start out at one point, then when you, after a period of time and you see the profit making, you realize that, listen me, this can get even better. So I need to spend some money for it to get better and see the profit making. And that's what I did. And so far, I can't complain.
Well, I am telling you, I had no idea of this side of the business. I had no idea how money is made on this side. But I can tell you, tonight was an eye-opener, because I never know that the lighting can be more expensive than the camera. You divide up your portfolio into your shoots, your corporate. And what I want you to make sure that you leave with everybody now on this live, Coco Brown, welcome, is some takeaways. How do you encourage somebody young coming in the thing, in 2 minutes, just give it to them. How to get started, how to focus, what to do. 2 minutes.
Okay. So basically, it's important to know that if you're going to start a business like this, you have to make sure that it's something that you love, you have a passion for it, right?
Yeah.
Don't just think that because your friend is making $1 mean that you can make the same dollar. That's not how it works. You have to be yourself, and by being yourself, you have to be the best of yourself, right?
Yes.
You have to put the effort, sleepless night. There are times when you probably have to be on the road 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, right? You're there in front of the computer hours for the day. You have different editing to do, and it probably get hackling at times. But if you are serious about making the most profit that you can from it, you have to be serious. You can't be little-minded. You have to have a wide knowledge of what you're doing. You have to seek help. You can't be selfish, right? And you have to know how to operate around people. You have to know how to gain your customers. These are all.
Frost is agreeing with you. Frost is agreeing with you. Yes, Frost. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Them man, they are big photographer, man. Right? Yeah. So, just like how I started, I asked a lot of questions. There's nothing wrong in asking questions. I've asked questions and people laugh off of me, but I don't know the answer, so I have to ask the questions. Right? And by asking a lot of questions, reading a lot, watching a lot of videos, because the knowledge is out there. It's just for us to actually seek it. YouTube taught me like maybe 80% of what I know right now. And by going out there by yourself, learning, it will come. It will come. So you have to be passionate, right? You have to be big-minded.
Yes.
And you have to have a good personality. In anything that we do nowadays, you have to have a good personality. You don't want someone over there saying that they dislike you because you don't know how to talk to them or you don't know how to respond to them. You have to make everybody have the same impression of you as a business person, as a photographer, but as a person yourself. Right? If somebody talk about Akeem, it's the same way they're going to talk about Lush, because it's still my personality. So you need that good personality.
Well, Akeem, guys on the live, you share the live, you need to go, you need to follow Akeem. Follow Akeem from tonight. Remember, this is a very professional person we have in tonight. He'll give you the full story. I don't need to repeat none of the takeaway. I so thank you for co-hosting with us tonight, sir. You are the first person in the month of February. We just started, so we have more to come. I appreciate your time.
I just realized we started February this morning.
Huh?
I just realized we're in a new month this morning.
Well, there you go, man. Busy working. So I want to say, man, keep it up with this attitude, with this drive. Lush. You said to them, shoot with
Lush, right?
That's the man tagline. And tonight, take us out with your last word.
All right. I want to thank everyone for coming out on the live listening. I hope some people learned, understood certain things that they didn't before. I want to